I've really been enjoying it. I'm like, oh, so this is what just running like a normal restaurant is like.
BJ, Chef BJ.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah.
It's running all over town today. So.
Nice. Well, cheers to happy hour.
Yeah, and welcome to Metsi's.
Yeah, this is great. I got a very friendly invite right when you guys opened, so I got to try things out before a lot of people, and it's really great food. I ate downstairs. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel here. It's just like the Italian food that I grew up with that I want to eat every day, and we're trying to stay as true to those recipes as possible, which is like against the grain for me. Normally I like inventing things, and to just like follow a recipe that someone else wrote is weird, but
yeah. Well, would you say this is like your most like traditional then, like style restaurant?
Oh yeah,
the others? Okay.
Definitely. Like literally the most traditional I've ever worked at, period. Like I feel like I've always worked at very ambitious restaurants that are trying to push the line forward, and this is kind of one where it's like, all right, let's take a step back and just do like the delicious things that we want to do. And I've really been enjoying it. I'm like, oh, so this is what just running like a normal restaurant is like.
Right.
So yeah.
Nice. So this is concept number 4 in Columbus, right?
Technically number 4.
Number 4, yes. Yeah. So Chapman's, which is now closing or just closed?
We have 2.5 weeks
2.5
left.
weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know when this video comes out. It might be done.
It might be done by then.
Yeah. So Chapman's, and then Ginger Rabbit, and then Hiraeth.
Hiraeth, technically.
Okay.
Part of why it didn't make it is no one can say the name, so
it's always a challenge. Our offices are right next to Chouette, which I think I'm saying that right.
Yep.
I've heard a million different ways to say that.
I'm sure it's Chouette technically, but everyone says Chouette, so that's fine.
Chouette.
Yeah.
And then after that, this place was sort of like a special events venue for a little bit before now Metsi's. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was, Hiraeth was a really special restaurant. It was kind of something where like all the experiences that I had kind of came to bear on it, and it was such a good restaurant. And I was so proud of the food, and I was so proud of the team that we built. And just for a million different reasons, some economic, some things that we did wrong, it just didn't work out. But luckily, we were able to pivot into that event space and took some time to reflect at what we could have done better. And our amazing landlord, the wood company, came to us with an offer to renovate this into something that would work for the neighborhood.
That's great.
That's where Metsi's was born, was kind of like, let's do something that that I feel very comfortable knowing that all of Columbus will enjoy, and it's not like a niche kind of thing. It's something that everyone likes. So
that's really cool. Yeah, the wood companies have been great about just being committed to the neighborhood for decades and decades and decades, and really wanting to have cultural touchstones and landmarks in the Short North, because they know that's what really makes they could probably rent it more expensive to like a Chipotle type of thing, but it's like
absolutely could. It's one of the things I love about this neighborhood is that the wood company really wants to see it grow from the bottom up, and like obviously they have a lot of residential here, but they want to see the retail match the vibe of what the residential is, and that's very eclectic. This is an arts neighborhood, so we have all the galleries right across the street from us. We have all the tattoo shops, all the bars that have been here forever, and kind of us being accepted into the neighborhood with Ginger Rabbit, and then being able to do this space has just been really special to me.
How are things over at Ginger Rabbit?
Great. Ginger Rabbit's my favorite of all of our places because we don't have a big menu, so I don't feel like I have to do chefy things there. So I get to just go and enjoy the music and enjoy the team and the cocktails, and it's my favorite place to spend time. So
that's cool. Yeah, I remember when it opened, a lot of people were just excited about having more performance art, entertainment, live music in the arts district is like a big thing, and so being able to scratch that itch a little bit, I'm sure has been good for the neighborhood as a whole.
It's something that we definitely didn't necessarily set out to do with that place, but it became clear pretty quickly that being a live music venue first, as opposed to that being kind of like the secondary focus of the space, was the move. And as I got to know the musicians a lot better, and as we kind of became the home and the headquarters for a lot of the jazz scene in Columbus, like we're very much a part of that now, which isn't, again, something I set out to do or that I was a part of beforehand. So it's just been really cool to be welcomed into that kind of like niche part of the industry that that I've got to know and love very, very much, that I had no connection to beforehand. So
we just published a story, the Music Columbus released their report. I don't know if you saw anything about that. Sort of the Music Commission. They did this big sort of study to see what sort of economic impacts music has in the region and how to help bolster that. And a lot of it is just like having more performance venues of those kind of sizes.
Yeah.
You know, because you can rake in a lot of money with like a big concert at Nationwide Arena or things like that, but like that doesn't always trickle down to like the working musicians that are just, you know, probably, you know, a restaurant worker or a bartender somewhere and then trying to, you know, pursue their passion at the same time. So.
Yeah, I think that the goal for any gigging musician is for that to be their full-time job, and to have a place that people can play 5 nights a week has been awesome.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll go to other restaurants to watch our favorite bands play because we've gotten to know them. And I'm like, oh, these people are playing at Ace of Cups or playing at Dick's Den or whatever. And it's really, really cool to know those folks now. So
that's pretty sweet. Well, we are here in your restaurant and we're shooting this video. We can't be entirely self-promotional. So I have to ask, you know, when you're not, you know, cooking here, like where do you go for food? Where are some of your favorite spots around town? New or old, you know?
New or old. Mostly it's my microwave at home because I have a 3-year-old son. But
that's fair.
Besides that, Agni is incredible. I don't know if you've had their newest tasting menu, but it's one of the best meals I've had in my life. Like they've elevated their game.
What's the concept of the new tasting menu?
I mean, it's always been Bengali food, but it's just they've gotten better and better over the last 2.5, 3 years that they've been open, and just this last iteration, the leap that they made has been noticeable and exceptional.
That's cool.
And I'm just so proud to call them a neighbor, at least for the next few weeks, and to call Avishar a friend. And they're just hitting on all cylinders now. I always love Commune. One of my favorite dinner places. Rue is always excellent. The place you'll probably find me the most is at the Lox Bagel Shop. Just A, they're the best bagels in the world, and B, it's a half a block from
super close.
2 of my restaurants. So I mean, besides that, I try to support everybody around town. I mean, we eat local. We don't go to chains. So you know, Emmett's, I go for breakfast.
That's going to change as your kid gets older and demands McDonald's. And
you know, it's funny.
I say that as a parent of 2 teenagers. That
it's funny because everyone assumes that he's going to be some sort of foodie, and he's just like any other kid. Chicken nuggies, mac and cheese. You know, we try to get him to explore a little bit, and he feels very at home in the restaurants. And I think that he's learned a good deference to the restaurants. Like, this is how to behave when you're out in public a little bit, and that these are special places to us, but at the end of the day, he's still a toddler. So.
I mean, my kids were the same way. I mean, like, we had them, you know, eating California rolls when they were like 2 years old. So like the intro to sushi came a lot sooner than, you know, maybe when you and I were kids. But still, you know, they grow up and they turn into teenagers and they get on TikTok and they see like an ad for, you know, Wingstop. And they're like, I really want the special, you know, deal at and it's like, really? You're going to make me go to Wingstop?
Well, my move...
No offense to Wingstop. But.
My move recently has been, does it waffle? And we have a little waffle iron, and I'll just put anything inside the waffle iron and he'll think that it's a waffle.
That's
so we
awesome.
can do healthy things. Or like this morning I put a cinnamon raisin bagel, like I have it, in the waffle iron and then put butter on it. He loved it because it was a waffle.
That sounds delicious.
It actually worked really well.
My kids really liked... there was a pancake art trend like a while ago. You make the batter a little more runny and then just kind of draw into the pan. And so we're drawing, you know, Super Mario Brothers characters and stuff like that. So.
I've done that for him too. He wanted a daddy pancake one morning. I was like, what's a daddy pancake? And he was like, a pancake that looks like daddy. I was like, okay, I'll whip up a pancake batter. And I dyed one dark and I had one light and I drew a beard and then the rest of it, and it looked like and he loved it. It was like
that's
daddy
awesome.
Pancake.
Yes. I miss those moments.
Yeah.
Well, back to Metsi's real quick. One other question I did have, you know, because I know Italy has a lot of different regions and like cuisines. Is there, and I know nothing about any of that. Is there like a particular region that the menu is kind of modeled on? Or?
There really isn't. I'd say that probably the thing that we pay homage to the most is probably Rome, but that's just through the fact that 2 of the pastas that we have are like very traditional Roman, the cacio e pepe and the amatriciana sauce are 2 of the like staple pastas from Rome. But you know, we didn't want to pigeonhole ourselves by being like, this is an Abruzzo restaurant or this is a Emilia Romagna or whatever. So we just kind of take, I actually call it more of like a metropolitan Italian restaurant. And by that, I mean almost like an East Coast, like New York style Italian, because that's what I grew up with. I'm not Italian, I'm Jewish, but my parents grew up in New York and my grandparents did, and I actually thought that Italian food was Jewish food growing up. So this like literally is like the food of my childhood. Yeah, so a little bit like a red sauce joint a little bit, but then when you really look at what those dishes are, I mean, a lot of them are just the peasant dishes that got brought over from the old world to the new world, and they were just what was affordable and what was comfortable. And there's a thing that I've always had for those dishes that were kind of born out of necessity and out of love that that attract me. So while I have worked in some like molecular gastronomy and 2 Michelin star and whatever restaurants, the dishes that I'll go back to time and again are the kind of labor intensive, low food cost dishes that you need to make correctly and make with love to be good.
That's cool.
But when they're good, they're great. So yeah, that's what I feel that this restaurant hopefully is at its core.
Yeah. Well, I feel like people, if anyone in Columbus is a fan of Italian food in general, like we've kind of been blessed with a lot of really great new places. But I mean, between this, Speck, which is only maybe a year or 2 old.
I forgot about Speck on my favorite restaurants list. It is high up there in my rotation.
It's close to my office, so we go there for lunch.
I love Speck, and Josh and I are good friends. And
and then Cento opened the new Cameron Mitchell spots. There's a lot of new options in addition to Basi Italia, like the classics. Can't go wrong. So cool. Well, anything you want to share about the happy hour as well here?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we have
kind of the upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah, so I think that we have one of the best happy hours in Columbus here. We call this entire floor the bar at Metsi's, so it's not just the physical bar that we're sitting at. Happy hour is 4 to 6 p.m. It's half off of any of the items on the menu that we're offering, which are pretty much all the appetizers, all the house cocktails, all the wines by the glass. So it's 50% off from 4 to 6, and we do it every day that we're open, so including Friday, Saturday, which most people don't realize that.
Nice.
So,
I love the big windows up here too. You get like a nice view of the street life.
When it cools down a little bit, these windows open all the way up.
Nice.
And actually next week we're having awnings installed everywhere. The fabric got delayed, so still dealing with supply chain issues.
Sure.
If I ever hear that word again.
Nice.
But
cool. Well, thanks for having us in today. This is really great.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for involving me in it. I appreciate it.